Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV in conjunction with Colfax High School presents Viking Pregame. A look at today's Colfax Vikings Girls game. And now, Viking Pregame.
Good evening and welcome to the NLWN-TV studios. Rick Olson here, and tonight the 4-1 Viking girls are getting ready to take on the 0-5 Stanley-Boyd Orioles. As we're getting ready to wrap up a full day of girls basketball at the Colfax High School gym with the Western Wisconsin Classic. The Vikings are coming off a dominating 76-21 win over the Glenwood City Hilltoppers on Thursday, while the Orioles are coming off a 58-52 loss to the Chippewa Falls McDonald Central Max yesterday. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Stanley-Boyd Orioles and the Colfax Vikings. Then we'll get Coach Serrar's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Following that, we'll send it out to Colfax High School, where we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. So it's time to get ready for some exciting high school girls basketball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame, where we're getting ready to bring you all the action of tonight's girls basketball game between the Stanley-Boyd Orioles and the Colfax Vikings. The Vikings are looking to keep things rolling following their 76-21 win over the Glenwood City Hilltoppers on Thursday. In that game, the Vikings were once again, they used a balanced scoring attack with 10 players putting up points. Leading the way for the Vikings in scoring was senior Emily Bertram-Schofield, who hit on 7 field goals and 2 for 4 from the free throw line for 16 points. Following Bertram-Schofield were Jeanette Hajdukovic, who scored 14, and Maddie Barstead, who added 11 points. Thus far on the season, the Vikings are led in scoring by McKenna Shipman, who's averaging 13 points per game. She's followed by Barstead, who's putting up over 11 points per game. Also leading contributors include Emily Bertram-Schofield with over 10 points per game, as well as Jasmine Best, Jillian Bovey, and Jeanette Hajdukovic, who are all adding over 5 points per game. The leading rebounder for the Vikings this season is also Shipman. She's followed by Bertram-Schofield, Barstead, and Hajdukovic. The Stanley-Boyd Orioles are coming off a 58-52 loss at the hands of the McDonald Central Max last night. Now, currently leading the way for the Orioles is 5'11 senior forward Lily Hole. Hole is averaging over 16 points per game with a season high of 20 points in a losing effort against Elk Mound back on November 16th. Also contributing for the Orioles is 5'4 junior guard Katie Licht, who's averaging nearly 10 points per game, and 5'5 senior guard Leslie Dirks, who's putting up an average of nearly 9 points per game. The Vikings are averaging over 60 points per game. Many of those points are a direct result of the Vikings' aggressive defensive turnovers. The Orioles are averaging almost 50 points per game, with their highest output being 61 points that they scored in a losing effort against the Gresham Community School. Coming up next, following this brief timeout, we'll get the coach's perspective as we chat with Viking head coach Courtney Serrar on Coach's Corner. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
Time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
Today we're talking with Viking girls head coach Courtney Serrar. And Coach, on Thursday evening, the Vikings never broke stride, defeating the Glenwood City Hilltoppers 76-21. Your comments about that game?
Yeah, like I said, after the game Thursday, I thought we did an excellent job just distributing the ball. We always made the extra pass. I've said, I've told the girls a couple times that if you have a good shot, but somebody else has a great shot and you can get them the ball, then that's how we're going to win games. So I thought we did an excellent job, making that extra pass to go from good to great. And we didn't play down to their level or anything like that. I thought we did a great job, still keeping the game at a high level. And every time we step on the floor, I tell them it's a chance to get better, and I thought we did that. And you got everybody on your roster into that game last night, and they all seem to contribute. Yeah, top to bottom, I think everybody, was in the stat book for something. So it was overall a great team win, and, it was a great opportunity to kind of get everybody on the floor and get our starters some rest. We've had a big week with 2 games so far and 1 more game tomorrow. Now, in that game last night, or on Thursday night, once again, you had 10 girls contribute to the scoring. But now, from this untrained eye here, it seems that much of that scoring is a result of your smothering defense, forcing numerous turnovers. And that leads to a lot of open looks for scoring. Your comments about that? Yeah, I thought that we did, we've been working on our press and kind of anticipating a little bit more. I thought we did a great job, jumping the ball and having communication. There was a couple times I think we could still get a little bit better at corralling and being ready to move our feet, but overall I think we're moving in the right direction. Now, today we've had a full day of basketball, and we're going to cap it off with tonight's game against the Stanley-Boyd Orioles. What can you tell us about the Orioles? Yeah, I think they're suffering through some injuries right now. I know for sure that the coach's daughter is hurt, and so that they will miss her a lot. But they have a inside girl who's been kind of doing it all for them. So we'll have to make sure that we shut her down. And just, do a great job. She's leading them in scoring, leading them in rebounding. So our inside girls are going to have their work cut out for them again. Yeah, I believe that would probably be Lily. I don't know if it's pronounced Hole or Heel. But they also have Katie Licht and Leslie Dirks, and those 3 seem to be pretty effective. How does that stretch your defense? Yeah, along with number 22, they also have a couple guards that aren't scared to go to the hole, that's for sure. So, our help defense is going to have to be on point tonight. We're going to have to make sure that we help with our feet. And then again, I've just challenged the girls to make sure that 1 tough shot, and then that's it. We have to make sure that we box and rebound. Can't give them multiple looks at the basket. Now, this is your 3rd game this week. You mentioned that a little bit earlier. And sometimes that's a little tough on a team's stamina. How are the Vikings holding up? Yeah, we did have 1 rest day this week, so I'm hoping that will help, keep us fresh and playing great, because we've been playing great. And I know that a lot of other teams are kind of in the same situation that we are, either at least 2 or 3 games this week, and it's always difficult to extend and play on a Saturday, especially when you're out of your routine. But I'm confident that our girls will come ready to play. Well, Coach Serrar, good luck on tonight's game. Hopefully the Vikings will be able to keep the boat rowing in the right direction. Thank you.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. The Vikings are looking to continue their winning ways and further build on their daunting defense and quick scoring offense. On the other hand, the Orioles would like to get into the winning track and finish a tough week on a winning note. So the stage is set for some exciting high school girls basketball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now in just a moment, we'll send it out to Colfax High School, where Drew Gibson and I will bring you all the action of tonight's girls game between the Colfax Vikings and the Stanley-Boyd Orioles. All that coming up next. You've been tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
You've been tuned to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings girls game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking basketball.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Slayton's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Colfax Viking basketball is on the air.
Badialski's pass gets intercepted. Farstead, she brings it back down the floor. Cuts into the lane. Jumper from the lane, nothing but net time.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV proudly presents tonight's Colfax Viking girls varsity basketball game.
Farstead over to the left side to Best, who puts up the three and hit it. Jasmine Best with a three-pointer. She's got 8 points.
Join us as we head out to the gym for tonight's Viking basketball.
Pass down the left side to Hajdukovic. Hook shot goes up and in. Jeanette Hajdukovic with the power forward hook. There we go. Good evening and welcome to Colfax High School. We're a little behind schedule. Rick Olson here along with Drew Gibson, Jeff Gust on our camera. But for a tournament of this size, we're not doing too bad. About 15 minutes behind schedule. In fact, taking a quick look at the results so far today, starting bright and early, 8:30 this morning, coffee and a donut and basketball. Boyceville against Ellsworth. Ellsworth came out on top, 61-30. Then at 10:15, it was St. Croix Central knocking off Elmwood Plum City. That was a close game, 39-33. Then Regis defeated Glenwood City, 75-24. That was at noon. Then this afternoon, we started off with an exciting overtime game. Spring Valley knocked off Thorpe 64-60. Then we had Fall Creek defeating Mondovi. Fall Creek flexing a little bit of muscle, 52-40. Then Osseo Fairchild in a dandy of a game, knocking off Durand 64-58. And the game that just finished, it was the Elk Mound Mounders over Altoona 56-35. And coming up, we have the Vikings against the Stanley-Boyd Orioles. And Drew, why don't you let us know who's going to play in this game?
Sounds great, Rick. Looking at the Stanley-Boyd Orioles first, we're looking at number 5, Leslie Dirks, number 12, Katie Licht, number 14, Mallory Esslinger, number 20, Jessica Hazuga, and number 22, Lily Hull. Then looking at the Colfax Vikings girls roster, we start with number 12, Jillian Bovey, number 22, Madison Barstad, number 24, Emily Bertram Schofield, number 32, Jasmine Best, and last but not least, number 42, McKenna Shipman.
Okay, and we've got a couple minutes before we get things started, so we're going to take a quick time out here. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your animals feeling a little under the weather? Give the nice folks at Colfax Animal Hospital a call. Bruce Buckley is just what the doctor ordered. In fact, he is the doctor, and he's ready to help. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Give them a call at 715-962-3380.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Dairy State Bank.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, getting ready for the start of tonight's game. Vikings taking on the Stanley-Boyd Orioles. Orioles are 0-5 this year, but I had a chance to watch their game last night a little bit against Chippewa McDonald Central, and I think they're better than their 0-5 record indicates.
I think this is going to be the best winless team we see all year. It's an 0-5 team that's played a lot of good teams and has lost in close games. So hopefully we have a good match tonight.
Well, let's send it down to the scorers table for their version of the starting lineups.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get on camera. I was like, wait for the camera. Oh, yeah. I know.
They must have just been national anthem before the boys were game this morning, and then just don't do it then the rest of the day, I'm guessing.
It appears as though Mike is having mic troubles down there at the scorers table. We'll see if he can't get it rolling here. Otherwise, we're just probably going to start basketball.
They'll still announce the appearance.
And let's see. He's still trying to tap it to get it to go. And he doesn't have it. So, evidently, we're going to start the game without starting lineups from the scores table. We'll review those once again for the Stanley-Boyd Orioles. We have Dirks, Licht, Esslinger, Huziga, and Hole. And for the Vikings, the regular starting five, Bovey, Barstead, Bertram, Schofield, Best, and Shipman. Hey, he got his mic working. Here we go.
Tonight's Western Wisconsin Girls Classic matchup between the Stanley-Boyd Orioles
And as they finish up a couple of announcements, in the starting lineups there for the Vikings, don't forget about Jasmine Best. She will be our Viking profile guest at halftime. So we get a chance to get to know Jazzy. All right, lining up in the center circle. Hole is going to be jumping against Shipman. Ball goes up. Hole tips it, and it's controlled by the Orioles. Huziga with it. Feeds it off to Esslinger. Over to the right side, down right side of the lane. Trying to go up with it is Huziga, and it gets knocked away from her, and down come the Vikings. Best takes it through the center circle. Feeds it over to the left side to Barstead. To Bertram Schofield. She takes it back out between the circles, drives onto the free throw line to Barstead from the right wing, puts it up no good. And the Orioles come down with it. Esslinger on the dribble between the circles, gets it over to Licht. Licht back out between the circles, gets it down to Hole. Then back out high to Dirks. Over to Esslinger. Now back to Hole, now down to the left corner. That's Licht. Licht down under. Shot goes up, it's good, and drawing the foul is Hole. She's going to go to the line for the +1. I believe the foul was on Shipman. And the free throw is good. I take it back, it was not on Shipman, it was on Bovey. Bovey with it, gets it over to Barstead, fields it down underneath, the Shipman lays it up. Doesn't go, but she drew the foul. That foul's going to be on Esslinger. It's her first team foul on the Orioles. Shipman's shot rings around and off. Second shot on the way, and it's good. 3-1, Orioles on top. Hole inbounds it, misses on the pass. Shipman had it, but she tried to move with it before she had control, and the ball rolls out of bounds. Hole to inbound. She feeds it in to Dirks. Brings it through the center circle. Now over to Esslinger. Esslinger into the lane. Tries to get it out, but we're going to get a whistle and a foul. I think it's on Barstead. No, it wasn't. Shipman is who got the foul called. It's her first personal. Second on the Vikings. Orioles to inbound. Dirks with it down in the left corner. Drives towards the lane. She's at the free throw line, still on the dribble. Gets it over to Benson, who's in the lineup. Benson kind of stuck, turns around, gets it over to Huziga, puts it up, and it's good. 5-1, the Orioles are on top. Best brings it down the floor for the Vikings quickly. Right side of the lane. Tries to kick it out to Shipman, and it's knocked out of bounds by Licht. Five to 1, Vikings down by 4. Best on the dribble, high, wide, and right. Pulls up the dribble, gets it over to Barstead at the right wing. To Bertram Schofield, she dribbles around to the left side, gets it out to Best at the top of the key, drives into the lane, puts a shot up and got hit from behind. Shot was no good, and the foul is on Hole. That's the first foul on Hole. Shot is up, no good.
Hole averaging just over 16 points a game. If they could get him in foul trouble right away, the Vikings will be in a really good spot.
Second shot is up and good. 5-2. Stanley-Boyd Orioles on top. And a 5-second inbound violation. Tough defense by the Vikings. Esslinger into the lineup for Stanley-Boyd. Inbound pass to Barstead out high on the left side. Feeds it into the lane to Shipman. Tries to go up with it. And that ball got blocked as she was going up and goes out of bounds. It'll be Viking ball. Bovey inbounds it to Barstead. Turns, faces, puts it in. 5-4, Stanley-Boyd on top. Coming all the way down the floor is Dirks. She cannot get it to go, and it goes out of bounds off of Dirks. Down the floor come the Vikings. Best with it, gets it over to Bovey. Back out high to Best. She's at the top of the key. Over to Shipman on the right side. Drives the lane and does not get it to go. Here come the Orioles. Hole tries to save it in bounds. Is intercepted by the Vikings. They get it to Shipman. Feeds it down to Bertram Schofield. She lays it in. Emily Bertram Schofield puts the Vikings on top. 6-5.
Great cross-court pass by McKenna Shipman there.
Licht has it, gets it to Dirks. They feed it down to Huziga. Over to Hole, then out on the wing, and she traveled with it. Esslinger, she took a little hop before she took the shot up, and that's a travel.
Her eyes got real big seeing that much space. Too good to be true.
Into the lineup for the Orioles is Benson. Huziga takes a break. And down the floor comes Best. Best feeds it over to Bertram Schofield on the right side. And she gets it over to the left side to Best. She's at the baseline. Out to the free throw line to Barstead. From the right elbow, it's no good. Rebound taken away by the Orioles, and down the floor they come. Esslinger gets it over to Benson. Benson to Licht. Licht at the top of the key, takes it over to the right side. Gets it down to Esslinger. Back out to Hole from the top of the key, puts up a three, it's no good. Rebound taken by the Vikings. Best with it down the right side. Gets it to Barstead, who feeds it into Bertram Schofield and lays it in. 8-5, Vikings on top. Here come the Orioles. They feed it down the floor, and we have a whistle, and she traveled. Katie Licht took a step on the turnaround that she shouldn't have taken. And we've got a bunch of substitutions happening. Best bring it in. Hydorn, Olsen, and Hajdukovic into the lineup for the Vikings. Hydorn with it on the left side. Gets it down to Olsen in the left corner. Out high, then feed to Hajdukovic underneath. She puts the shot up, got fouled on the way up. And the foul was on Felmley. I think that's how it's pronounced. Emmy Felmley. And we have a timeout on the floor with 13:24 to go in the first half. Vikings 8, Orioles 5. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School Girls Basketball. Our next game will be on Friday, December 10th when the Vikings host the Mondovi Buffaloes. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:55 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking Girls Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Friday, December 10th.
At the line is Hajdukovic. First shot is up and no good. And Jeanette Hajdukovic's second shot is also no good. It sat up there on the back of the iron and just didn't want to go down. Here come the Orioles. Dirks with it, feeds it underneath. That's to Felmley, and she lays it in. Vikings on top, 8-7. Down the floor comes Best. Feeds it over to Olsen on the right side. Back over to Best. Into the lane to Hajdukovic. Out high to Barstead, and the shot is no good. And here come the Orioles back down the floor. They get it over to the right side to Benson. She takes it between the circles. Stops at the top of the key, puts up the three. It's no good. Rebound taken away by the Orioles. This is Licht with it. Drives down to the baseline, puts it up, lays it in. Stanley-Boyd Orioles on top, 9-8. And here come the Vikings down the floor. Here's Best on the dribble. Feeds it into the corner to Hydorn. Out high to Barstead. To Best in the lane. Looking for somewhere to go. She feeds it out to Hydorn. Hydorn high, wide, and right. And she got her pocket picked. Here comes Dirks down the floor for the Orioles. Lays it up. Shot is no good, but she drew the foul. That foul is going to be on Barstead. That'll be her first personal, third team foul. First shot by Dirks is a little bit short, off the front of the iron.
Both teams here playing really aggressive defense. It's really coming down to who's willing to be a little bit more patient and wait until that ball gets in the lane and get some good looks. Neither team really making too many outside shots right now.
Bovey and Bertram Schofield back into the lineup for the Vikings. Shot goes up, high off the iron and in. 10-8. Orioles on top. Shipman into the lineup. Olsen to inbound. She gets it into Bertram Schofield. She brings it down the floor. Down the right side. Cross-court pass knocked away by the Orioles. Here comes Dirks. And she drives down. And we're going to get a jump ball called. Pretty good collision right down there on the right side of the lane with Bovey and Dirks. And they're saying Bovey grabbed the ball first, and it was a jump ball. Bovey brings it down the floor. Lost the handle on it, but found it again. Now she's looking for somewhere to go with it. Feeds it over to Olsen on the left side. Olsen takes it down to the baseline. Puts a shot up. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Benson. Benson, we're going to get a foul called on Bertram Schofield. That's the first on Bertram Schofield. Fourth team foul on the Vikings. Into the lineup for the Orioles are Licht and Huziga. Licht to inbound. And she gets it to Huziga. Over to Hole. Three-pointer from the right side is no good. Rebound taken out of there by Olsen. She had to fight for that one. Down the floor come the Vikings. Bertrand Schofield on the right side. Drives down to the lane, lays it up. It does not go. Bovey puts it back up and in. And we're tied at 10. 11:03 to go in the first half. Long pass down the floor to Emily. Or I'll get that name right. Felmley. And then we get a shot that goes in. And that's by Hole. Puts the Orioles on top, 12-10. Vikings have it on the right side. Bertram Schofield on the dribble. Takes it into the lane. Feeds it over to Shipman. Back out high to Bovey. Launches the three. Off the back of the iron, no good. Ball chased down by Olsen. Back to Bovey. Bovey thought about the three. Takes it down the right side. Now into the lane. She's still on the dribble. Feeds it off to Shipman. Shipman in the right corner. Tries to get it into Hadukovic. She cross courts over to Olsen, who lays it up and in. Olsen was wide open, and Jeanette Hadukovic saw it and bounced past it over there, and it was 2 points for the Vikings. Benson gets it out to Hole. Hole drives into the lane, lays it up, puts it in. Lily Hole with her 7th point of the night. Bertram Schofield, pass over to Bovey. Bovey got control of it, takes it into the lane, lays it up and puts it in. That play looked like disaster when the pass happened, and Bovey stayed with it and made it work. 14-14. Orioles with it. Hole with it and puts a shot from just inside the arc. 16-14, the Orioles on top.
That's
Olsen
a big 5'11" frame to have to guard a jump shot on. If Lily Hole gets hot, they might have some trouble stopping her.
And Shipman got to spinning, and her foot just dragged along, and we're going to get a timeout on the floor. So, with 9:07 to go in the first half, it's the Orioles 16, Vikings 14, and you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School boys basketball.
This is what we came in for!
Our next game will be on Tuesday, December 7th when the Vikings travel to Glenwood City to take on the Hilltoppers. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:55 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking boys basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Tuesday, December 7th.
Back here at Colfax High School. Orioles team bound it. They're up by 2. They get it into Dirks. She's dribbling in the backcourt. Vikings putting on some full court pressure now. Puts the ball up and it's intercepted by Barstad. And now she gets the ball taken away from her. Scramble for it on the floor. We get a whistle.
Looks like they caught Felmley with a little push in the back there on Jasmine Best.
And that is what they did. That's the second foul on Felmley. Fourth team foul on the Orioles. Bertram Schofield has it. Takes it into the lane, lays it up, overlays it. And coming down with it are the Orioles. Dirks down the floor to Licht. Back out high to Holt. To Licht. Licht with a shot from 3. It's no good. Shipman with the rebound. Gets it to Best. Best at the top of the key. Now at the free throw line. Back out to Barstead. Puts up the 3. She hit the 3! Maddie Barstead on the 3. 17-16, Vikings back on top. Again with full court pressure, and it forces the turnover. Pass was intended for Licht, but a little bit out of her reach, and the Vikings have it near midcourt. Best has it through the center circle. From the top of the key, feeds it over to the right side to Hydorn, to Shipman, to Barstead. Barstead to the lane. Pulls up her dribble. Gets it out to Best. Betts puts up a 3, no good. Rebound taken down by Felmley. Down the floor come the Orioles. Hole with it to Felmley in the lane. She feeds it out to Esslinger. To Dirks, to Felmley. Comes down the left side. Ball gets knocked loose. She picks it up. Now she's tied up, and we get a jump ball called. Maddie Barstead got her hands in there. Caused the jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Orioles. Dirks to inbound. Feeds it down into the left corner. Back out high to Dirks. High, wide, and left. Takes it now between the circles. Over to the right side to Licht. Takes it down into the right corner. Loses control. Bertram Schofield coming away with it, and they get it all tied up. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings.
Both teams playing a really aggressive defense here. It really comes down to who has the discipline to wait and take a good shot.
So the Vikings have it on the left side. Best with the dribble. Feeds it over to Barstead. She takes it back out high between the circles. Comes down to the lane. On the right side. Gets it to Hydorn. Puts up the 3. Molly Hydorn with the 3-pointer. Here come the Orioles back down the floor. They feed it down to a wide open Huziga, who lays it up and in. 20-18, Vikings on top. 6:28 to go in the first half. Barstead with a 3. Rings around, no good. Rebound. Shipman goes up with it. And they're going to say that the foul was on the floor. So the Vikings have it out of bounds. Long shot by Bertram Schofield is no good. And here come the Orioles. By the way, that foul was on Licht, and it was her first personal. And we have a travel call on Esslinger. So the Vikings have it. Best on the dribble. 5:58 to go in the first half. Best feeds it down into the left corner to Bertram Schofield. Back out high to Hydorn. Puts up a 3. No, off the glass. Rebound chased down by the Orioles. And we've got a little bit of action going down right along the sideline. And it's a timeout called. So a timeout on the floor. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School boys basketball.
This is what we came in for.
Our next game will be on Tuesday, December 7th, when the Vikings travel to Glenwood City to take on the Hilltoppers. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:55 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking Boys Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Tuesday, December 7th.
Well, that was such a good game coming up that we thought we'd remind you about that a couple times. Orioles inbound it. Dirks comes across the timeline. Stops at the top of the key. Kind of dragged her pivot foot there under Viking pressure. They get it over to the left side. Three-pointer up, no good. Shipman comes away with it. Across the timeline. She takes it down the right side. Feeds it out to Bertram Schofield. And they're going to say that she must have stepped out of bounds. That's just out of my line of vision.
Both teams doing a great job of getting up and down the court, but shots just aren't falling to start this game.
All right, the Orioles bring it in. Hole with it. Gets it over to Benson. Tries to pass it across the timeline. It's stolen by Shipman. And the ball gets knocked loose from Shipman. And we have a struggle on the floor. Jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Orioles. Dirks to inbound it. Looking for somewhere to go. And we have a 5-second violation.
That Viking press has been killer. That's the second of the game.
And it's a denying press. So she just doesn't have anywhere to go with the ball. Shipman comes down the lane and lays it up and in. Vikings on top, 22-18. Here come the Orioles. Dirks on the dribble. Now she's stopped. Has nowhere to go. Ball's loose on the floor. Hydorn picks it up, takes it down the floor. No good. Put back is no good. Here comes Best. She's got it out high. Circles around the right side. Lays it up. It does not go. Drew, you're right. Those balls just are not going down. Pass down underneath the hole. She puts a shot up. It's no good. Bertram Schofield with it.
This is the part of the game you really have to tone it down a little bit, get in your head, start thinking, and really slow it down and look for a good shot.
Foul on Huziga. It's the 6th team foul. So the Vikings will be in the bonus from here on out. Bovey with it through the center circle. Takes it around to the left side. Feeds it into the lane. Turnaround jumper is good by Shipman. 7 points for Shipman in the first half. Dirks on the dribble, being hounded by Bertram Schofield. That's an over and back. We're going to get a push. Or 10-second violation. Outstanding defense that time by Emily Bertram Schofield, with just denying her the opportunity to get to the mid-court stripe. Olsen into the lineup for Bertram Schofield. Hajdukovic is also in. Bovey gets it over to Barstead. Into the lane, intended for Olsen, but she got shoved by Dirks. That's going to put Olsen to the line for the 1-and-1.
Dirks just got underneath her right before she got the ball. The bad pass hurt her a little bit there.
Her shot is on the way, nothing but net. So she gets another one. 25-18, Vikings on top. Felmley into the lineup for the Orioles. Olsen's second shot is on the way. It's off the air, no good. Dirks with the rebound. Down the floor she comes. Takes it over to the right side. Feeds it off to Licht. Licht turns around, takes it down into the lane, puts up a shot. It doesn't get there and sent back out to Benson. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound. Heidorn with it. Gets it over to Bovey, who then gets it to Barstead across the timeline. Stops near the top of the key. Over to Heidorn. Takes it to the free throw line. Back out to Barstead on the right side. To Olsen between the circles. To Hajdukovic on the left side. Ball tries to get to the inside, and it's loose on the floor, and we're going to get a jump ball called. They passed it over to Hajdukovic. Got knocked loose and on the floor in the scramble, then they called the jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings. So Bovey has it between the circles. Directing traffic. Gets it out to Barstead on the left. We're going to get a foul.
Yeah, an offensive foul must have been on a screen.
It's on Bovey. It's her second personal. 15 foul on the Vikings. So the Orioles have it. Benson with it. Full court pressure by the Vikings. Benson gets it across the timeline. Feeds it down to Huzaga. Back out high to Licht. Now to Dirks. Dirks into the lane. Feeds it over to Licht. Puts it up, no good. Felmley puts it up and in. 25-20. Vikings on top. Bovey with it down the right side of the lane. Puts a shot up, and it's in. Off balance. Sidearm shot, but it went through. Benson on the dribble. Takes it all the way down towards the lane, puts it up. Shot was blocked by Olsen. Felmley's shot. Olsen got up on top of it and blocked it out of bounds. 27-20, a minute 53 to go in the first half. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we have a Viking profile and the Colfax High School report. And we have a whistle. I think Bertram Schofield might have got a finger in the eye that time. She seems to be okay.
That's a big one in single bonus here. Let's see if she can convert on these two.
First shot on its way. It's good. 28-20. Second shot. Rings around, no good. Dirks with the rebound. Takes it down to the lane. Gets it out to Felmley at the elbow. Puts a shot up and in. 28-22. Best across the timeline. Takes it around to the right side. Gets it to Shipman on the right baseline. Puts it up. Rolls around. Won't go. Rebound by Felmley. Down the floor come the Orioles. Benson with it. Feeds it down underneath to Huzaga. Back out to Benson. Ball gets knocked loose by Best. Picked up by Bertram Schofield. Feeds it to Olsen. Tries to lay it up. Can't. Puts it back. Draws the foul. Well, she couldn't get the shots to fall, but she's going to at least get a couple of shots from the line. Fouls on Huzaga. It's her second. 9th team foul. First shot rolls around and off.
1:05 left in the half right now with a 6-point lead for the Vikings. Looking to show that mental toughness, making sure you keep at least a 4 or 6-point lead, maybe get an extra bucket and make sure you're going into the half with the lead.
Second shot is up and it's good.
That's a big one.
Hole coming in, replacing Dirks for the Orioles.
Bull's been sitting at that 9-point mark since 9 minutes left in the half. They've been doing a good job of shutting her down and keeping her out of the game.
Benson tries to turn just about time she got to the midcourt line, lost control, but it was tapped out of bounds by the Vikings. Esslinger to inbound. She feeds it to Benson. Benson over to Huziga. Fought for on the floor. Still being scrambled for, and a jump ball. Olsen kind of dove in to break it up. Then the ball was loose. Bertram Schofield went in there, and there were about 6 pairs of hands that got on that ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Orioles. Benson with it down on the left baseline. Feeds it underneath. They try to get it out to Felmley. Ball gets taken away by the Vikings, and down the floor comes Best. She feeds it out to Shipman. Three-pointer on the way. She hit the three-pointer. McKenna Shipman, good on the three, 32-22. Here come the Orioles. 25 seconds to go. Benson with it. Gets it over to Hole, then over to the right wing, and the shot is no good by Esslinger. And the Vikings come down the floor with 10 seconds to go in the half.
Looking to run a play here at about 8 seconds.
Here comes Best. She had a wide open lane. When it's that wide open, you take it. 34-22, and we are at the half. 34-22, Vikings on top. Coming up is Viking halftime and
an offensive foul to end the half on the half-court shot.
So
Mallory Esslinger with an offensive foul, giving her 2 to end the half.
Okay. So that'll give her 2. And now we're ready for halftime. So we have Viking halftime coming up right after this timeout. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Time now for Viking halftime with this week's edition of Viking Profile and the Colfax High School Report. That's all coming up following this brief timeout.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're talking with Jasmine Best, and Jasmine's a senior here at Colfax High School. And Jasmine, we know you play basketball, but are you involved in any other activities here at school?
I'm in cross country and track, and that's about it.
In fact, those cross country runners had a pretty good year this year.
Yep, we made it to state, actually.
Got to run against the very best and showed that you belong there.
Yep.
So when did you start playing basketball, and what kind of an experience has it been?
I started playing in 2nd grade, and I don't know, we just played in GNBL up through middle school, and it was just really fun.
Okay, so what's the most important thing that you've learned from playing basketball?
You just got to take the good with the bad. You can't let a bad game get you down.
Okay, so when you're not playing basketball or you're not here at school, what are some other things that interest you or keep you occupied?
I like to ride horse sometimes, and I'm also enlisted in the Air Force Reserves, so I go to drill once a month.
Well, thank you for your service.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Some rapid fire questions for you. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Pie.
All right, and what kind of flavor?
Boston cream.
Oh my goodness, you're the first person that said that, and it's one of my favorites too. All right, your favorite color and why?
Probably red, because it's our school color.
Okay. If you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
I would like to be invisible, because you could pretty much go anywhere you wanted, and nobody could see you.
So now with invisibility as your superpower, of course you have to have a superhero name to go with that. So what's Jazzy's superhero name?
The Incredible Jasmine.
Okay. Your favorite NBA or WNBA team?
The Bucks, definitely.
All right. And favorite collegiate team?
Probably the Wisconsin basketball team.
Okay. We're talking with Jasmine Best on Viking Profile. And Jasmine, what are your plans for after high school?
Well, I'm enlisted in the Air Force Reserve, so I'll go to basic training next fall and then to tech school after that. And then I'm not sure if I will go to college during that time or not, but...
A lot of options after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. How about a shout out to your family?
Thanks, you guys. Thanks for supporting me through my whole career. You guys are awesome.
So when people watch Viking games, where are they going to find Jasmine Best on the floor?
I'm the #1 point guard, like the one spot, so I'll be handling the ball most of the time.
Kind of directing the traffic and all that kind of stuff. Okay, we want to thank Jasmine Best for joining us today on Viking Profile. We have more Viking Halftime coming up right after this.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
Time now for the Colfax High School report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School.
The winter sports continued in a limited form last week as the Viking girls took on the Bloomer Blackhawks on Monday the 22nd. The girls defeated the Blackhawks 57-41. In that game, the Vikings were led in scoring by McKenna Shipman, who hit on 6 field goals and 4 free throws for 16 points. Maddie Barstead followed with 11 points, and Emily Bertram-Schofield picked up 7. Going into this week, the Vikings have a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. The other Viking teams were limited to practice due to the Thanksgiving holiday break. This week, the action gets back into full swing. The Viking girls have 3 games, hosting Clear Lake on Monday and traveling to Glenwood City on Thursday. We'll carry both of those games on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Then on Saturday, December 4th, the girls will host Stanley-Boyd in the final game of the 16-team Western Wisconsin Classic being held in the Colfax High School gym. We will carry the Viking game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Other teams participating include Ellsworth, Boyceville, St. Croix Central, Elmwood Plum City, Regis, Glenwood City, Thorpe, Spring Valley, Fall Creek, Mondovi, Osseo Fairchild, Durand, Altoona, and Elk Mound. Tournament action begins at 8:30 a.m. with the Viking Stanley-Boyd game scheduled for 8:45. The Viking boys will be in action with 2 games this week. They host the Amory Warriors on Tuesday and travel to Bloomer to take on the Blackhawks on Thursday. Due to COVID-19, the games scheduled for Friday at Thorpe will need to be rescheduled. We will carry the game with Amory on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Colfax Bloomer wrestling team opens their season by participating in the Glenwood City Varsity Wrestling Tournament on Saturday, December 4th. Wrestling action gets underway at 10 a.m. Coming up next week, the Viking boys will have 3 games. On Tuesday the 7th, they will travel to Glenwood City. On Thursday, they will host Mondovi, and then on Saturday the 11th, they will take on the McDonald Central Max in the Northwest Tip-Off Classic at UW Stout. We will have all 3 games on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Viking girls will play next Friday the 10th when they host the Mondovi Buffaloes. We will also have that game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Bloomer Colfax wrestling team will host Regis Altoona team in a dual meet on Thursday the 9th at the Bloomer High School. Wrestling action begins at 7 p.m. Then on Saturday the 11th, the Grapplers will travel to Eau Claire North to participate in the 32-team North High Wrestling Varsity Invitational. Wrestling begins at North High at 9 a.m. In other school news, the annual holiday programs will be held on Tuesday, December 7th. Junior kindergarten will perform at 9 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. The kindergartners will be at 10:30 a.m. Grades 1 through 4 will be at 1:30 p.m. and grades 5 through 8 will perform at 7 p.m. And that's what's happening for the week of November 28th through December 4th at Colfax High School.
Hi there, Russell here. I'm one of Santa's elves. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm his chief elf when it comes to making deliveries on Christmas Eve. It's a busy time here at the North Pole. We elves are pretty good at assembling things. That's why the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV asked me to assemble their Christmas gift to you. So here's what I've come up with. We're all going on a ride with Santa on Christmas Eve. Not his whole trip, but part of it. And I have the in-flight entertainment all lined up. So join me, Santa, and the Northern Light Webcasting Network along with NLWN-TV on Christmas Eve beginning at 7 p.m.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, ready to start half number 2. Vikings have the possession arrow, and Best with the ball. Feeds it over to Bertram Schofield. Back out high to Barstead. Into the lane to Shipman, who turns around, lays it up and in. 36-22. Vikings have their biggest lead of the night. Orioles with it. Esslinger gets it out high to Lick. Back over to the right side. This is Huziga to Esslinger to Dirks. Over to Licht on the left. Licht tries to feed it into the lane. Ball gets knocked away. Vikings have it. Here comes Bovey, and we're going to get a blocking call, and that's going to be against Licht.
That'll be number 3 after that offensive foul to end the first half there.
Well, now they've got only 2 up there. So maybe it wasn't on Licht.
Maybe. They took her out anyway, though.
Arstead takes it across the timeline. Gets it over to Best. Now over to Bovey on the right side. Bovey drives to the free throw line, loses control of the ball. Down the floor comes Hole. She lays it up. It does not go. Ball gets tapped around, picked up by the Orioles. Benson with it out high. Gets it over to Esslinger. Now over to Hole on the right. Takes it back out to the top of the key. To Dirks from the left. A three-pointer. She hit it. 36-25.
Vikings getting a little too comfortable with their lead. They're letting up a second chance opportunity and a big 3 from Leslie Dirks.
Best with it. Gets it over to Barstead into the lane to Shipman. It's basically the same play they scored on before, just Shipman came from the other side this time. Down the floor and laying it up and in is Huziga for the Orioles. And the Vikings come down. Shipman with 3 from the left. It's no good. Ball gets tapped out of bounds. Last touch by the Vikings. Bertram Schofield didn't really agree with that call. Vikings putting on full court pressure. Inbound pass. Almost taken away. Then they get it down the floor. Huziga puts it up and in. And here come the Vikings. Best tries to pass it. Got knocked out of her hands. Benson with it. And the pass intended for Esslinger goes out of bounds. Vikings will have it.
Orioles making a slight adjustment, putting Lily Hull on McKenna Shipman, trying to give up a few less easy buckets down low.
Best on the dribble. Gets it to Shipman. They try to feed it down to Bertram Schofield. Ball got knocked loose, but Best picked it up. Barstead to Shipman. Kicks it out to Best, puts up the three. Nothing but net on that three-pointer. 41-29, Vikings on top. And down the floor come the Orioles. Benson puts up the three, and she drained it. 41-32. Viking lead cut to 9. Best feeds it over to Shipman. Shipman takes it down the left side, gets it out wide to left to Best. To Bovey, to Barstead, to Bertram Schofield on the left side. Pumps it from 3, off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound brought down by Benson, but stolen away by Shipman. She lays it up and in. Here come the Orioles. 43-32, Vikings on top. Ball's loose on the floor, picked up by Bertram Schofield. Gets it to Bovey, lays it up, no good, but she draws the foul. Foul's on Esslinger. And it's going to put Bovey on the line for 2. First shot's no good.
The Vikings really struggling from the charity stripe so far this game. Hopefully they can start to turn it around and get those easy points.
Hajdukovic, Olsen, and Hydorn in. And the shot is good, and Aaliyah Reen comes in for Bovey. 44-32, Vikings up by a dozen. Orioles inbound it. Dirks quickly across the timeline. Down underneath the Huziga. She tries to put it up, draws the foul. Olsen got a little airborne and came down on top of Huziga. That's her first personal. Puts Huziga at the line for 2. First one's up. It's good. Huziga's second shot on the way. It's also good.
Huziga and Shipman both right now with 6 to start out the second half.
And down the floor comes Hydorn. She takes it over to the left side. Feeds it out high to Reen. Reen takes it down the right side. Kicks it out to Olsen. High, wide, and right. To Barstead. To Hydorn. To Hajdukovic to get it to Olsen. To Barstead into the lane. Jumper, it's good. Maddie Barstead with 7 points on the night. Hole has it. To Dirks. She's high, wide, and left. To Hole on the left wing. Tries to feed it down to the baseline. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Viking ball.
It's the right idea by Hole there. Just got away from her.
46-34. Vikings on top. Hydorn with it. Hydorn takes it around to the right side. Out to Barstead, to Olson, high, wide, and right. Feeding it to Reen. Kicks it back out to Hydorn, three-pointer, rims around, no good. Rebound taken out by Hajdukovic, gets it out to Barstead.
Another big offensive rebound.
To Reen. Reen, bounce pass to Olson. She lays it up, it does not go. Ball gets knocked out of bounds off of Reen. It'll be the Orioles' ball. Shipman in for Barstead. McKenna Shipman with 16 points on the night so far. Long pass down the floor to Huziga, and she lays it up and in. That's 12 points for Huziga tonight. Hydorn with it on the right side of the lane. Kicks it out to Reen. Feeding it down underneath. Ball gets saved inbounds to Olson. Over to Hajdukovic. Hook shot, no good. Ball gets tapped out of bounds off the Orioles. It'll be Vikings ball. And we have a whistle substitution. Filmley in.
Hajdukovic looking to find that groove like last game. Dropped a season-high 14 points.
Esslinger also in for the Orioles. Inbound pass. Hajdukovic couldn't control it. I think she was looking to shoot before she caught it. And here come the Orioles down the floor. Coming down the baseline is Licht, and a whistle. I think she stepped on the baseline.
Shipman doing it on both sides. Did a good job beating her to the spot there and not taking a foul.
Hydorn with it. Feeds it to Shipman down on the right side of the lane. She lays it up. It doesn't go. Rebound being fought for underneath. Coming away with it is Dirks. She's between the circles. Feeds it high, wide, and right. That's Licht. She tries the baseline, and we're going to get a foul. I think it's going to be on Shipman. Now they're going to say it's on Hajdukovic. First personal. I honestly didn't see Hajdukovic in that collision down there. I saw Shipman. I saw Olson getting the ball. But they gave the foul to Hajdukovic. It's only her first. Second team foul on the Vikings. Second shot on the way. No good. Shot gets picked up by Hajdukovic, and the Vikings bring it down the floor.
Orioles just aren't able to climb over that 10-point wall right now.
Aaliyah Reen with a three. It's no good. And here come the Orioles back down the floor. Dirks with it, down the left side, circles around, takes it back out between the circles. Feeds it over to Licht on the right. Back over to Felmley. To Dirks, to Felmley. Ball gets knocked loose. We're going to get a foul. And that's going to be on Huziga. That's number 3. Third team foul. Hydorn with it. Gets it over to Reen. To Olson in the right corner. She brings it back around, drives into the lane, puts a shot up. It won't go. Rebound. Falling after. And they're going to say it went out off of Aaliyah Reen. So down the floor comes Dirks. Dirks kicks it over to the left side. Three-pointer by Hall. 46-39. They've cut it to 7. Shipman with the ball at the free throw line. Circles, drives into the lane, puts it up and in. McKenna Shipman with 18. Orioles with it on the right side. Hole with it. Spins, moves into the lane, puts a shot up. It's no good. Rebound. And we're going to get a foul called on Dirks, I believe. It is. It's her third personal. Fourth team foul.
The starting five now back in, trying to get that double-digit lead back.
Barstead with it. Inbounds it to Best, who brings it down the floor. Over to the left side to Shipman. Gets it back out to Bertram Schofield. Drives into the lane. Puts up the shot. It won't go, but she draws the foul. A lot of tremendous body control that time by Bertram Schofield. She contorted her body about every way possible just to make that shot even have a chance. Free throw is up and good. (49-39). Second shot is good. 50-39, Vikings on top. Orioles have it. Elslinger tries to, they do save it inbounds. Felmley passes it down underneath the hole, puts it up, and the ball goes out of bounds off Felmley. It'll be Viking ball.
That was a miraculous save by Lick. Showing off the athleticism, jumping out of bounds and getting the ball back in play.
Because I thought for sure that was going to be out of bounds right down here in front of us, and it did not get there. Shipman with it from the free throw line, puts it up no good off the back of the iron, and we have a whistle and a foul on the floor.
Halfway through this second half, that's number 6 on the Stanley-Boyd Orioles, now in single bonus.
And that foul was on Licht, and the shot goes up and in by Shipman.
That's big number 20.
And we have a whistle and a foul. Fouls on Emily Bertram Schofield. Second personal, third team foul on the Vikings. Orioles get it across the timeline on the right side. Hole drives the right baseline, kicks it back out to Elslinger. Over to Licht with the three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken down by Barstead. Down the floor she comes. Maddie Barstead on the dribble. Turns around. Gets it over to Best on the left side. Best drives into the lane, backs up to the free throw line. Gets it over to Bovey on the right. Bovey drives down the lane, lays it up, it goes in. Jillian Bovey. 7 points on the night. Licht gets it over to Elslinger. To Huziga. Puts up a two-pointer from the right side. 14 points for her tonight. 54-41, Vikings on top, 7:51 to go. Feeding it down underneath to Shipman. She gets it out to Best, puts up the three. She rattled it. I think she called the bank and got a loan. And it went in. 57-41. Vikings with full court pressure again. Orioles break it. Down the floor, basket counts by Huziga, and we're going to get a foul on Barstead.
That was a tough call. Not much better ways to play defense on that one.
That's the second personal on Barstead. 6th on the Vikings. Huziga at the line for the +1. And she gets it. 57-44.
Huziga with 13 points here in the second half. Vikings really trying to stretch this thing open right now.
Best with it. Between the circles. Feeds it over to the left side to Bovey. Bovey takes it back out to the top of the key. Over to Best. Best drives down to the right baseline. Gets it back out to Bovey. Ball got tapped and goes out of bounds. I believe Hole got her hand on it. Vikings inbound it. Best takes it between the circles. Feeds it over to the left side to Shipman. Into the lane. Over into the right corner to Barstead. Puts up the three. No good. Rebound. Chased down by Benson. Benson on the dribble. She's double teamed. And the ball gets taken away by the Vikings. And then Licht gets it back. Gets it over to Esslinger. Drives into the lane. Puts up the shot. That was Dirks. Shot was no good. Here come the Vikings very quickly down. Best drives, kicks it out to Bertram Schofield. Puts up a three. No good. Shipman gets it, turns, tries to feed it into the lane. Falls on Dirks.
That Dirks foul saved the layup right there.
That's fourth personal on her. Seventh on the Orioles, so Shipman goes to the line for the 1-and-1. First shot is up. No good.
Big offense.
Rebound, and going down hard that time is Barstead because she didn't see Esslinger laying down there on the floor and just kind of went right over the top of her.
That'll be Licht with her fourth. Two of the Orioles starters now with 4 fouls. Looks like one of them's going to come out. Licht will stay in.
Felmley is in. Huziga back in. Olsen in for the Vikings. Shot goes up and it's good. We're also waiting for Hajdukovic. She'll come in for Barstead. So she's waiting for a made free throw here. Here's the shot. And of course it doesn't go in. Barstead steals the pass, takes it down, puts it up and in.
I think Barstead saw Hajdukovic coming in for and missed that one on purpose to get that extra 2.
I think you're right. Orioles with it in the backcourt. Down into the lane. Felmley tries to put it up. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Shipman. Shipman takes it down the lane, feeds it over to Barstead, lays it up and in. 62-44. Vikings on top by 18. That's their biggest lead of the night. Licht, her pass got taken away by Shipman. Shipman takes it down to the baseline, feeds it out to Hydorn. Hydorn shot is up, it's no good. Felmley with the rebound. Gets it to Benson. Benson down the floor. A lot of collision down there on a screen. Shot goes up, it's no good by Felmley. And down the floor come the Vikings. Best on the right side, gets it out high to Shipman. Shipman at the free throw line, tries to feed it into the lane. Misconnected on the pass for Hydorn.
It was a good idea, but with an 18-point lead here with 5 minutes left in the half, you want to hold on to that one, bring it out top, and let things work from there.
Hold inbound for the Orioles. She gets it to Huziga, back to Hole. To Benson. To Dirks. Back to Benson between the circles. Over to the left side to Huziga. Back out to Hole at the top of the key. Feeds it over to Dirks on the right side. To Hole. Back over to Dirks. Dirks drives into the lane. Looks for somewhere to go. Kicks it out to Benson on the left side. High, wide, and left. Now she circles into the lane. Puts a shot up and in. Leslie Dirks. 62-46. Vikings on top. Shipman with it. Feeds it to Hajdukovic. Shot got blocked. Olsen gets it back. Feeds it down to Hajdukovic. Kicks it back out to Hydorn. Shot is no good. To Goodell. Tries to feed it underneath. Ball gets taken away. Here come the Orioles down. Benson at the left baseline. Turns. Drives the baseline. Feeds it to Dirks on the right side. Now to Huziga. Three-pointer, and she hit it. 62-49.
Vikings really need to settle down here. They just gave up a big three-pointer after a big turnover that wasn't necessary.
Goodell putting up a long shot. It's no good. And the Orioles come away with a rebound. Shot goes up and in by Huziga.
We're looking at
62-51, and we're going to get a timeout on the floor. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV and Viking TV.
Are your pooch's proportions putting on pounds? Or is your kitty's constitution constantly complaining? Well, stop by and see the friendly folks at the Colfax Animal Hospital. Dr. Bruce Buckley and his staff will be happy to help you get your family friend back on the road to healthy living. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Call them at 715-962-3380.
Back here at the Colfax High School gym, Rick Olson, along with, there, I hit the button, but it had to think about it a little while, along with Drew Gibson and Jeff Gust. Vikings have the ball. They're swinging it around the perimeter. Best with it on the right side to Barstead, high, wide, and right to Bertram Schofield, cutting down the right side of the lane. Shot goes up, but rebound taken down by Bovey. Bovey at the elbow and gets it over to Bertram Schofield. Turns around, gets it out to Barstead, to Best on the left. Shipman takes it into the lane, kicks it out to Bertram Schofield. Three-pointer on the way by Emily Bertram Schofield. 65-51, Vikings on top.
I love a three-pointer, but I think these players are testing Coach Terrar's patience right now.
Lily Hole with the two-pointer from the lane. Here come the Vikings. Bovey with it. Way out high. Now she takes down the left side of the lane. Feeds it out to Shipman. She kicks down the lane and she lays it up and in. McKenna Shipman, 22 points on the night. Her season high is 23. Dirks gets it out to Benson, puts up a three, no good. Felmley tries to go up with it. She can't get it to go, but draws a foul. And I believe it's on Barstead. No, it's not. It's on Bovey. Third personal on Bovey, fifth on the team. Shot is up and good by Felmley. She has 7 points. Second shot on the way. It's good. And the Vikings come down the floor, leading 67-55. Barstead, cross-court pass over to Bovey. Now back over to the right side to Bertram Schofield. To Barstead on the left. To Best on the left wing. Takes it out to the free throw line. Feeds it over to Bovey, high, wide, and right. Bovey on the dribble. She's between the circles. Takes it down into the lane. Lays it up. It does not go. Rebound taken down by Huziga. She tries to get it over to Dirks. Can't make the pass. And we're going to get a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Orioles.
At this point in the game, we got to look for Colfax to really just take the ball out, wait for the ref to start counting, and waste some time. No need for shots.
Minute 4 to go. Hole with it across the timeline. Tries to feed it to Dirks. Dirks ran into Best. The ball landed on the floor. Hole picked it up and made a pass. Shot goes up, rims around, no good. Rebound, fought for. It's a jump ball. Vikings with the possession arrow. Shipman tying up Hole on that one.
Best using up a good chunk of these first 8 seconds you can have in the backcourt.
Best feeds it over to the right side. Now out to Shipman. Then to Barstead. To Best. They're letting that clock run. To Shipman. To Barstead. Barstead over to Bovey. To Shipman. 13 seconds left. To Best. To Barstead. We're down to 5 seconds. And there's the buzzer. And that is our final score tonight. Vikings 67. And the Stanley-Boyd Orioles 55. That brings the Vikings to a record of 5-1 on the season. Orioles will slip to 0-6. I'll tell you what, they don't play like an 0-6 team.
Not at all. Great way to end this holiday classic tonight.
And we're going to have Viking postgame coming up in just a moment. So you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV and Viking TV.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for Colfax Viking Girls Basketball. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Post Game, where we'll take a look back at today's Viking game.
Time now for Viking postgame, with a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. And now, Viking postgame.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Rick Olson along with Drew Gibson. We're patiently waiting Coach Serrar to come up and chat with us. And let's not forget Jeff Gust on the camera. And let's throw a shout out to our buddy who's usually with us, Dan Petchow, who's recovering from a bout of pneumonia following a bout of COVID. And so he's had a rough time of it the last couple weeks, and hopefully he's on the mend and be ready back to join us again pretty soon. Not that we want to get rid of Drew. He's doing a fine job here. But Drew, as we commented just before we sent it away there, the Stanley-Boyd Orioles gave the Vikings everything they wanted tonight.
Yeah, that's a great team for a team with an 0-6 record now. We have a really talented Lily Hole. Jessica Hazuga put up a great night with 18 in the second half. was a really competitive game. It'll be exciting to watch both teams go out throughout the rest of the season.
Well, I'll tell you what, before Coach gets here, let's take a brief time out. You're tuned to Viking Postgame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Security is just so important. Derry State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit DerryStateBank.com or call to learn more. Derry State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Derry State Bank. Simplify your life. Pleasant Valley Properties provides affordable housing and homes in communities in Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. They have staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. Contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200. Call today and let them help you get into the home of your dreams. That's Pleasant Valley Properties, 301 Grammar Avenue in Colfax.
And find it's time to harvest? Give a call to Aaron's Custom Baling. Aaron will provide you with 4x5 net wrapped round bales. He can even give you bales that spruced up look with select custom netting if you'd like. Serving Western Wisconsin, that's Aaron's Custom Baling. Call 715-202-0118.
And we're still waiting for Coach Serrar to come up, and I see her down on the floor now, so she's going to come up via the bleachers this time. So if you want to hand her that microphone, yeah, it's turned on, it's ready to go. I'll just, here she's going to climb over the bench here. Well, Coach Serrar, it was a win, but that was a scrap.
Yeah, I wasn't terribly impressed with my kids. I thought, we didn't come ready to play, and I think, there's multiple things that go into effect. We've been working here all day. Everybody's been on their feet. It's our third game. It's late, whatever it may be, but we just didn't really come, with any kind of spark or energy, really, and I was slightly disappointed in that, but we got a win, and that's all that matters.
Well, and I'll tell you what, Stanley-Boyd, they came wanting to prove something, that they were not a typical 0-5 team or now an 0-6 team, but they played pretty hard. And, we talked about in the coach's corner that they had 3 players that were going to stretch your defense a little bit, and they in fact did that.
Yeah, hats off to Allie. She does a great job with the Stanley girls. They work hard. They fight for every possession. I was impressed with their, ability to just never give up. They clawed their way through that whole second half. But, luckily we were able to hang on.
And you're right. I think, a start that was supposed to be 8:45, it ends up being 9 o'clock before it actually happens. That's a long day for the girls. Not to make excuses, because Stanley-Boyd had a long day too. But, it does make a difference. It throws them out of rhythm. And so I suspect that next week, Friday, when we run into Mondovi, the girls are going to play a little bit more of their style of ball. Because if they don't, Mondovi's going to come up and spank them.
Yeah, I think they understand that, night in and night out, they have to come ready to play. So we're lucky, we were playing who we were playing tonight, because on other nights we would have gotten beat. So we have to make sure, that we're the team that's providing the energy, that we're the team that's providing the spark, and, out hustling people and out working. I'll be happy with whatever the outcome is of any game, as long as we're the ones who are outworking people. But when we're getting outworked, then it's difficult to be happy about even a win. So
I was going to say, the fact that your number is bigger than theirs does make it a little easier to put on your palate.
Right.
So 5-1, it's better than the alternative. You're back into action next Friday against the Mondovi Buffaloes. Plenty of time to get the girls rested up, get the bugs worked out of the system, and get back into conference play.
Yeah, thank you.
So we'll have more of Viking Postgame right after this timeout. You're tuned to Viking Postgame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV and Viking TV.
Hi there, Russell here. I'm one of Santa's elves. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm his chief elf when it comes to making deliveries on Christmas Eve. It's a busy time here at the North Pole. We elves are pretty good at assembling things. That's why the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV asked me to assemble their Christmas gift to you. So here's what I've come up with. We're all going on a ride with Santa on Christmas Eve. Not his whole trip, but part of it. And I have the in-flight entertainment all lined up. So join me, Santa, and the Northern Light Webcasting Network along with NLWN-TV on Christmas Eve beginning at 7 p.m.
Back here at Colfax High School, Vikings come out victorious against the Stanley-Boyd Orioles, 67-55. Drew, why don't you let us know how we got those points added up?
Sounds great. For the Orioles, we're looking at 6 scores tonight. We had Jessica Hazaga with 22 points. Then we had Lily Hole with 14 points. Mallory Esslinger with 8 points. Tina Benson with 5 points. And then Leslie Dirks and Katie Licht with 3 points apiece. Then for the Colfax Vikings, we had another balanced scoring attack night with 7 people scoring. Leading the way was McKenna Shipman with 22 points. Next up was Maddie Barstad with 12 points. Then Emily Bertram Schofield with 10. Jasmine Best with 9. Jillian Bovey with 7. Ainsley Olson with 4. And Molly Hydorn with 3.
Okay, and those all add up to 67-55. You could tell the Vikings came out a little sluggish. You could tell by the free throw percentage. The shooting percentage in the first half was kind of abysmal, which is why they really struggled to establish any kind of a lead in the first half. They did much better in the second half, and I suspect Coach Serrar had something to tell them at halftime that probably wouldn't want to be shared with the rest of the community.
Definitely. It was good for them to see in a non-conference game right here, a team that's pressing them, putting up a lot of good pressure, as we saw earlier today. Teams like Mondovi and Elk Mound are going to run those types of defenses, so maybe we can get kind of the kinks out of the way right now and be ready for conference play.
Well, I want to remind you then that you should join NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network as well as Viking TV on Friday, December 10th, as the Viking girls are going to take on the Mondovi Buffaloes in Dunn St. Croix Conference action. Live coverage will begin with Viking pregame beginning at 6:55. That'll be followed by all the live play-by-play action. That's Colfax Girls Basketball on Friday, December 10th. On the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. And don't forget to join us here on Tuesday, December 7th. There we go. Tongue's wrapped around the eye tooth and I can't see what I'm saying. Viking boys are going to travel over to Glenwood City to take on the Hilltoppers. Live coverage in that one begins with Viking pregame at 6:55, and that'll be followed by all the live play-by-play action. That's Colfax boys basketball next Tuesday on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Ethan will be there to bring you that game. The Bloomer Colfax wrestling team will take on Altoona Regis on Thursday, December 9th. Wrestling will get underway at 7 p.m. That will be at Bloomer High School. And start making your plans to tune in to either the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service or NLWN-TV for our holiday gift to you. We will bring you the finest in Christmas-themed old-time radio programs, including the famous Campbell Playhouse production of Orson Welles and Lionel Barrymore in Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. That's Christmas Eve beginning at 7 p.m. on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. And those of you who are fans of the movie A Christmas Story, that's a holiday favorite. The actual short story that led to that movie is also a radio production and is part of that holiday special that we're going to bring to you. So tonight's Colfax High School basketball game has been brought to you by the Colfax Animal Hospital, Dairy State Bank, Anderson Bridges, Slayton's Technology, Pleasant Valley Properties, Aaron's Custom Baling, and Kyle's Buff and Shine. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV, as well as Viking TV. So, for Drew Gibson and Jeff Gust, this is Rick Olson. Final score once again, Vikings 67, Stanley-Boyd Orioles 55, and you have been tuned to Viking Postgame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been listening to Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. You can catch Colfax Vikings games by tuning in to any of the Northern Light Webcasting Network outlets. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.